Chicago.
Yeah.
I mean, not just the places where, I mean, murders have been happening way out of control in Chicago among the African American community for far too long, and not really reported in the way that they should be. It's amazing how black lives don't seem to matter when they're taken by black lives.
Right.
But I mean, now Chicago, my friends who live there say it's not safe anywhere.
Yeah, it's very sketchy. Very sketchy.
And that's Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago used to be great. It used to be easy. It used to be a great city. I mean, it always had problems in some areas, but I mean, even those areas. I had a conversation once with a driver who was a former cop, and what he told me is that they arrested all the key drug players, and then there was a power struggle, and things got way worse. He's like, their idea was like, go in, arrest the big kingpins, and then we'll clean up the city. It didn't work at all. The opposite had an effect. It was the opposite effect. There was way more crime. He said it just got way more violent.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of the murders that happen are over nonsense. You know, somebody dissed you on social media or made fun of your sneakers or some shit. I mean, some of it is drug turf and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think some of it is just bullshit, and I don't understand why there isn't a more concerted effort to shine a spotlight on that. And where are the leaders of the community, the people who would have such cachet among those young African American men, because that's who's killing each other.
Yeah.
Young African American men, to say, cut it out. What the fuck are you doing, killing each other? If there was a concerted effort by people in the music industry, people in sports, who they look up to, wouldn't that have an effect?
I don't know. You know, at this point,
worth a try.
Worth a try, sure. Worth something. I mean, something needs to be done. I'm not the guy to figure out what needs to be done, but something needs to be done. It should have been done a long time ago. I don't know what that answer is, but no answer is not the answer. And continuing the same policies that got you in the same problems, and just defunding the police officers and making things far worse, and then not course correcting, that's not the answer either.
Right.
It's nice to talk about politics. It's great. I would hate to be one of those fucking people. To be an actual politician and have to be responsible for all this shit. And also to come in now, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they are the easiest people to target because, of course, they have to kowtow to what the voters want, and the voters are completely contradictory. So I do have some sympathy for politicians, because if you ask the voters what they want, they will basically say they want every sort of goodie that the government can provide on a Arizona tax base. They want a Swedish social net on an Arizona tax base, and that's just not possible.
And then the answer is always tax the rich, which is like, well, that doesn't help incompetent government.